Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Raymond Luma-en, the reporter for this afternoon. Okay, so how are you, everyone? Really? Okay. Before anything else, I would like to express it out that I am not a grammarian. I think so. As long as I can express and the thought, the notions is always there in my discussion. Okay, so let me your ears. Okay. Introduction to English for Specific Purposes course. What do you mean by course? And what? So it means it is a what? So I think we can answer because this is very important. So as we all know, the course is also considered as a subject matter, I think. Okay. Okay. So for this afternoon, first is the purpose of the study. Why we must to know an ESP? Okay, that is the first question that we must to know. Why? Purpose of the study. First, to know the following, okay? The models, the designs, the methods, and also the evaluation of the tools. Okay? So it means, in this subject, ESP, we will know about the models, the designs, the methods, and evaluation. So you will come out that not all the times that we will use the certain word and to, no. So I am for purpose of the study. So let us proceed first because we can understand him if we will not pursue or proceed to the next outline or yes, topics. So next is the topics and reading assignments. So what does it mean for the topics and reading assignment? So you will know here the origin of the ESP. Or shall I say the history of ESP? Okay? We cannot proceed or we cannot learn more about ESP if you don't know what is the origin or the history of it, right? Okay. So I think you know what is the origin and the history of ESP. Next, you will know also what are the strategies being a teacher, okay? Strategies. Okay, you will know also the strategies. Being a teacher, a future teacher, you will know, okay? And you will, you can express, you can teach to your students how will you teach ESP. Next, you will know also the characteristics of ESP. And also you will know the topics and reading assignment under the variable also. You will know also the variables. And afterwards, after you will know the origin, the strategies, the characteristics, and the variables, teachers must conduct an exam. Okay. What are the learnings? Okay, what are the learnings you learned during the discussion about the origin, strategies, characteristics, and variables? Okay, let's proceed to the requirements. Why is it necessary to have requirements? Okay, thank you for answering. First is reading a literature to enrich certain abilities on ESP. Yes. Okay, for example, or for instance, you will read literature, right? When you read literature, some of the words you didn't know what is the meaning, right?
Yes.
Okay. For example, some double meaning, double meaning. For example, food. Did you know what is food, right? But if you will read a certain literature or literary art or words, food is different. It is not a literal word. Okay? It becomes to another meaning. If you understand what you read. Did you get me? Thank you for answering.
Yes.
Did you get me?
Yes.
Okay. Another example. So that you will know what is what does it mean in requirement number 1? To reach certain abilities on ESP. Okay, we will focus on literature. Okay, how do you read literary works? Yes. Okay, jury. So if you will say yes, so it means that you encountered another words which is you didn't know the meaning. Yes. Okay, yes, of course, right? Yes. Okay, so it means jury. How will you motivate yourself, or how will you encourage yourself to understand the right word?
Scan the dictionary.
Yeah, you can scan it into the dictionary. What else?
Read it and understand the thought.
Yeah, understand the thought. Yes, very good. What else? Context clues. Very good. So, what I done, those materials can help you to know the exact meaning of what you read. Okay? Okay, next. Number 2. Suggesting to take part in class discussion actively to take broad understanding on the given lecture. Okay? So if you will say suggesting to take part in class discussion. For example, you read, a teacher said, read page blah 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 blah, right? And some of you, when you read at night, you didn't know what is the meaning of that word, right? So to understand more, you can what? Cooperate, or you can ask questions to your classmates if you have the same thought, right? Pastor Talita, what does it mean in this stanza? No. Based on what I've learned or understand, Raymond, and that is blah 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 blah. Okay? Then you will say, we have the same thought. Okay? So suggesting what? Another. Okay. So, did you understand? Yes. Okay. Next, let us proceed number 3. Reading any related journal to give broad understanding of the ESP. Yes, if you will say reading any related journal to give broad. Okay, for example, literature. Okay, literature. What is literature? Another material that can relate to literature. Material that you can what? Literature. So you can use some instead. And first is the dictionary. Okay? If you don't know the meaning, consult first to the dictionary, right? What next?
Understand how the words is used.
Understand. Very good. Or apply. Another. After you apply, say sometimes you will confuse if my word that I use is correct. Right? What? Research. Very good. Research and research. In short, you must to follow the steps of what? Solving problems. Okay? You will gather the information, you will know the problems, right? Then afterwards, you have a conclusions, right? Hypothesis first, then so on the conclusion. Okay, I get it. So that is the explanation regarding reading a related journal to give broad understanding. Okay? So why? Teachers must be flexible, right? So that resourceful. Not only you will contented to one material, only book, no. Internet, go. As long as you will learn more. Okay, next. Submitting your assignments. Submitting your assignment on time. So this is one of the requirements. So I think it is far from this. Yeah. Okay, so next. Is ESP different to general English? What do you think? Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Who will vote if ESP is different to general English? Who will vote yes? Raise your right hand. Who will vote yes? Who will vote no? None? What happened to you, my dear? Okay. If we agree with this definition, we begin to see how wrong ESP really is. In fact, one may ask what is the difference between ESP and general English approach. Okay, answer. In theory, nothing. Okay? In theory, nothing. But, what? In theory, nothing. But in the goals or the learnings are not. Learnings are not. Why?
Because you are only dealing with that theory. You don't have any. You are dealing only with theories, but you don't apply it or having it in.
Okay, very good, Wilchin. So, in theory, nothing. But in learnings are not. That is the big difference between what?
What do you mean?
What do you mean by learning? Okay.
Learnings are not. Theories, nothing. What's the difference?
So if you will say in theory nothing, in practice a great deal. When their book was written, of course. The last statement was right, okay. If you will say in theory nothing, as we all know, in general English, right, you have your own theory, right? You have your own theory. How to understand yourself or how to motivate yourself to learn in English, general English, right? Okay, you have your own theory. Did you know what is theory, what I said? Oh, see? Okay, so in ESP, theory is nothing. Why? Because they have, or it has their own, what do you call it? Specific, correct. It has their own, correct. Good. Oh, see? What else? Another question. Oh yeah, okay, question.
Differentiate general English to specific English.
Okay, general English to specific English. From the word specific. Okay? From the word specific. It means, if you will say specific santalita, you will undergo, you will learn directly. Not, you will learn directly or in English, for example, for instance, I will give you an example. For example, the topic is all about the noun. Okay? The noun. So if you will say specific English, you will only focusing into a noun. But if you will say general in English, you will undergo pronoun, another general, and overall about general in English. Parts of speech, or see? Parts of speech. If you will say parts of speech in Santalita, this is general in English because it is article to the noun or pronoun, right? Another word of what? An adjective, verb, like that. If you will say specific, you will only focusing to the word noun. Santalita,
Yes.
are you satisfied? Not totally. Or is it far? Sure? Why do you have some commotions over there? Okay, another question. Please.
Excuse me, are you done with your report? Is it entirely finished?
Yeah. Okay, so I think this is what will be the end of my report, and I will accept some violent reactions, questions, suggestions.
No, excuse me. I think you have not yet expounded on the purpose of the study in ESP. I want you to explain each for the models, the designs, the methods, and evaluation tools.
Sorry,
How do you explain each purpose according to the application of ESP?
Okay. If you will say models, guys, what does it mean or what comes into your mind? It is what? Did you know what is models? It talks about grammar, right? I think it's models or models.
If you are not satisfied with the explanation of the reporter, you can also butt in, you can also explain on your own regarding the purpose of the study
Maybe it's
in ESP. Maybe later, or you can interrupt right now. I will allow you to interrupt and try to explain also on behalf of the reporter if the reporter failed to explain about the purpose of the study.
Excuse me guys, this is maybe a certain error, okay, technical error, okay? If you'll say models or models, I think it is just the same for this. Are you satisfied with the same, yes or no? What? Yeah, that is maths for sure, must, right? It is models. Then, if you will say models, how? What? Evaluation? Expectations. Okay, we'll consider your idea. Okay, thank you. Because I didn't get it, maybe this is... Okay. Models, if you will say models, thank you here for Helen. So she said it is an expectations, okay? Limitations rather. Or examples. Okay, so if you will say models, it is an imitations or examples. How about if you will say designs? For the word designs, it is a plan. Okay? From the word design, did you know designs means plan?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So if you will say designs, you must, a purpose, you will not only like me. For me, I didn't get these designs because I didn't have any plan. How can I discuss it thoroughly or properly? So I'm lack of this, okay? A plan. Yes. Next, methods. What does it mean? The steps. Very good. Procedure. Process. And so on. You have, if you will teach ESP, you have step by step. In what way? This one. First, the origin, right? You will know the variables, the characteristics, and okay, ladderized. Yeah, the methods. It is ladderized. Okay, next, evaluation tools. These evaluation tools, you will know if your student really, yeah, correct.
Proper acquisition of the topic.
If the students really learn your discussion, that is the evaluation tools. This is what we call an assessment. Okay? Okay. So I think, did I discuss it with...
Now, who can discuss or explain clearly about the models when you talk of, like for example, theoretical model? Just like in education that we have the theoretical framework model. We have the model in ESP, the model of theoretical experimentation. What does it mean when you talk of model? It's not the word that you think that the model, just like a person with what? A person, a beautiful person is a model to you with the beautiful dress. But we're talking about the instructions here, the models. What do you mean by that when you say models? Theoretical models, framework models. strategies, models.
A system or process is a theoretical description that can help you understand how the system or process works or how it might work. That's model is in my dictionary.
Okay, so you mean the system, how the system works?
A process.
A process. What is the synonym of model? It's just like what? Just like what? When we talk of model, another term, a simple term, another simplified meaning or synonym to model. What is the other synonym to that?
No. So if you will say process or systematic, so the word it would be.
No, in education, you can even define what is the function of a model, but there is another word to that wherein it is,
serve for this.
yes, it is very close to the synonym of a model.
Yeah, a character.
No, it's not a character. Yeah, it's like theoretical. You give me what is the best sample to that model. For example, you have that kind of special drawing that will serve as a model to you, so that everybody will follow that.
Example.
Sample. What else? Representation, the overview. You have to. There's like a given sample or example, so that everyone will follow that as the same example. That's part of a model. For example, a model is the only thing that everybody will follow. That is the pattern to be followed. That is a model. Something like that. In education, that you have to follow the process or any systematic arrangement of variables wherein you have to stick to that specific, let's say, sample or example to that particular, let's say, framework in education. Or instructional part wherein you have to follow it and apply it is a model. Instruction, yes. The model is okay. The model, just like, are you familiar with the word the model when you are referring to the person who is also the model to you? Your mother can be also a model because you look up to the characteristics of your parent as a role model. So meaning, if even your wife, if you love your wife very much, and you know the characteristics, the whole characteristics of your mother or your wife, you can say that will be serving as a role model to everyone. So a model is something like that you have to follow, because it will give us a moral to all of us. Not only a moral, but it will guide us to be perfect, because of the principle that you have. Okay? That is a model to us. But in education, what is the model? Is it only a process? If we talk a model? Huh? In education, model. What is a model? It serves as a perfect guide. In education, it serves as a perfect guide. A role model is something like you that somebody will follow you, will emulate you as a perfect example to other people. That is a model. For example, theoretical model, theoretical framework model, meaning that is only the best example of the instruction wherein you are going to follow that, and the people or maybe other education students will follow, because that is only the best example and no other example. That's why we have to call that as a model, right?
So in short, in education, it also considered as a guide.
A guide, for example, continuum. For example, Teachers College. You cannot even say that Teachers College is wrong. That serves as a model, that the word Teachers College, the phrase itself, really serves as a model. That should be used as a model. Just like continuum. There is another word, a perfect word that is only applicable to education. For example, continuum. What else? Another, strategies of teaching. Methods, the principles and methods of teaching. So all of these words are only applicable to education, because when we talk of the principles and methods of teaching, there are steps that all of us will follow according to the teacher education principles. Okay. Now, kindly give us the abstract of your report, because the title of your report is The Introduction to English for Specific Purposes. In fact, I only singled out of 5 topics that I gave you last time. I only choose one, and that was the topic that I gave you a while ago, because you only submitted to me 5 topics. And I would like also to ask from you if what is your notion about English for specific purposes in relation to how you are able to give us the abstract of your entire report as far as introduction to English for specific purposes is concerned.
Okay.
Give me the abstract. When you talk of the abstract, you have only the 6 sentences. I think the 6 sentences, oh yeah, that is only enough for us so that we can understand entirely what is really the ESP as far as English is concerned,
Okay.
or education is concerned. Raymond,
Okay.
go.
So, introduction to English for specific purposes course.
No need for you to look, do not look at anymore the
I will
example.
Okay, so before you will learn the ESP, the entire ESP, you will know first, as what I said, the history, why ESP word, why ESP exists, right? Next, you will also know what are the methods or what are the theory that you must apply if, or what is the theory that you apply if you if you really learn it. No. You will also apply it too. ESP, so you will also discover your theory. How will you motivate yourself to learn in this subject ESP? Okay, next. Wait.
Raymond, I think it's not anymore necessary for you to just base everything there on the board. Just share with us everything what you have reported in 6 sentences. Very important 6 sentences. Never mind about the other examples, but I need only the 6 important sentences that are related to ESP. Introduction to ESP.
To learn more ESP, you must read and read and read, such as literary works and literature, right? If you don't know what is the meaning of that, you will consult the dictionary or some materials which is related to your topic or your that can help you more. Okay? Then you can also what else? We will say ESP also. You will also learn the other term. Okay? You will, as an English teacher, you will not only focusing to the one word, right? Okay. So to know another word such as medicine, ESP in medicine, military, law, so you will read and read and read. Okay? You can ask some to the expert persons which can help you more. Okay? So I think that would be the abstract of my report. So
May I request the other students to ask also questions? Please raise your questions directly to our reporter. Yes,
question?
the top 10 students here. Top 10 students on the dean's list.
Okay, question?
Yes,
Santa Rita.
Santa Rita. Next, after Santa Rita,
Emil.
Emil, you're next. Go, start, Santa Rita.
stop, right? So when you say specific purpose starts, are they the elementary students can apply ESP?
Elementary student?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes. They have their own words which you cannot understand also.
Kindly expound on that further so that we can understand what you mean.
Okay, for
that?
instance, an elementary student can apply also ESP. All of us.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
English for specific purpose course.
Okay.
As what I have said, general English stopped when ESP, English specific purpose starts, right? So, how did...
Stick to the language. The language is English, so it's about English for specific purpose. So the special or specific purpose is about English. So is there any possibility that we can use English in primary level or elementary level?
Yes.
How? How di Carabao?
In my own
Yes, Raymond?
okay, so Tarita, this is what, based on what you've researched, that only adult can use ESP. But
In your research, what about in your research?
in my own opinion,
Own opinion? There's no fact? There's no basis about that?
There's no according to no. In my own opinion,
I think it's better if there is what you call this basis or reliability to that explanation of yours, because if you say in your opinion, how do we know exactly that your opinion is the best opinion compared to the other classmates, especially Santa Rita that she researched on that already in the internet?
based what she said, because okay, this is I have some samples, sir, why an elementary level can use ESP. For instance, your father is a military, right? Then, being a military, he will use another word which he can understand to his or their children, right? Then the children will use, and when the children ask what does it mean, the father will reply, right? So when he will know that one, elementary level, okay, then he will, what? So it means he knows it and he can use it everywhere because he knows what is the real meaning of that word or the certain word, right?
Are you satisfied, Santa Rita, with the explanation of the reporter?
No, I can see her eyes that she didn't be satisfied.
The ESP in primary level, I think she said that a while ago, that the application of ESP in the primary level. Are you satisfied what she also explained to you back about the application of ESP to children, especially in the elementary level?
Maybe, sir, he has a point, but then...
What about your point based on your research?
I strongly believe in my...
When you say believe, it is still opinion. You still give your opinion to that.
Yes, sir, but I have the basis.
Okay, you have the basis. Okay,
That,
explain.
When the general English stop, the English specific purpose exists because adults are only given the opportunity to know the specific purpose. Because after high school, after they graduate, they will enroll in such college courses, and then they will know the correct term for if they are in medical or medicine courses, then they will know the specific term for that.
So in other words, the ESP is only applicable to higher levels, high school and college.
It is applicable to the adults, sir.
Adults only. Do you not consider adults in high school or adults only in tertiary level?
After they graduate in high school.
High school, in tertiary level.
In terms of specific purposes course.
So, do you have any idea what age exactly that we can start learning the ESP at that particular age? If you are now entering college after high school, is that what you mean?
Sir, there is a proper terminology. That is what I am trying to imply that there is a proper term for the proper course.
Wait, Santa Rita,
Hello?
you said that
Yes, good afternoon.
only to the highest level.
No,
I know, wait, what? Highest age or what?
The proper terms in terms of the adult.
When? Ano Santa Rita,
When they are enrolled in such course, as that subject matter is involved.
Really? So it means this elementary level did not.
That is according only.
When? Did you know, or can you specify 1 year is that? Because we only have in our modern generation. We don't know the mental capabilities of students.
There is no elementary, there is no high school, but it's stated here that the adults can apply ESP and can start applying specific purpose in terms of enrolling a course.
Can you give me a certain example?
I can scan here because
And how can I assure that this your basis are totally, correct?
because the goal
That
is
is just only a basis of 1%.
yes, a
I was
basis.
asking your own opinion.
No, Sir Ernetta said that there is no such opinion, but a basis. I think that would be all.
If you will say basis Santa Rita, wait. If you will say basis Santa Rita, it means
That
you
there
can give also your own basis based on what you've learned. Isn't elemental you can apply to ESP?
but it's not based on what I've learned, but based on what I have
How can I assure that you receive this information?
I think this is not a debate.
Raymond, I think she's right because she has the basis. For you there, you said that it's
But
only
my
your
basis
opinion.
is my own self.
I know. There must be a basis to research. You cannot even argue with the one who research really on the ESP. But for you there, it is only based on your opinion. So I think it's not also right for you to.
I will make
I think she's right. She's right.
Okay. Next question, because Santa Rita has her own basis, so I didn't have any.
So next time you have to prepare. And I won't accept opinion because opinion is not only the basis for you that your answer
Maybe
is
the
correct. It
discussion
is based
is
on
considered as
the
no.
data, the factual data. Okay? Next.
Next question, Emil.
Oh, Emil, what is that? Don't you know that you will be videoed and it will be published?
Yes.
Yeah, tonight.
So wait for this. So you're talking a while about the course, and
Of course.
the course covers the 4 language areas.
For
Languages such as the
What?
speaking, writing, listening, and reading. In a certain yes, that's what that.
Can you paraphrase your question, Emil?
No, the course covers the 4 language areas.
Yeah, very, yes, of course. So if you'll say,
Can you have a example wherein that language areas has been
Be direct to the point when you ask question.
specific examples.
Specific examples for what?
If the language,
As-
the 4 language areas are used.
Okay.
The 4 languages
Language areas.
Macro skills. Are you referring to the macro skills? So the macro skills of language teaching. I think 4 is not enough. You still have another one. Viewing. Reading, writing, speaking, listening, and viewing. Viewing is the last skill. macro skill in teaching the language?
Maybe we can use this thing, okay? In what way? By reading. You cannot apply, you cannot know what the entire ESP means if you do not read, right?
Yes.
Next, writing. It is an output or an application in ESP, right, Neil?
Yes.
In speaking, in undergo sharing, what are the learnings that you learn? Right? Not reading. Right? Am I right? Sharing your ideas. Next, listening. Not all the times that you will read. Not all the times that you are correct. Right? Maybe you have some mistakes that what you read is far from your understanding. So, to learn more, you must listen to the expert, which is expert in ESP. Okay? Next, viewing. In short, this is a conclusion. If you really understand the ESP. Is that okay, Neil? Okay. Another question, please.
Now you have to be very specific with regard to the conclusion. When you talk of conclusion, is the ending part. So meaning that there's no more application of the macro skill there. I think viewing is very important because through viewing you can also learn by having the ESP, the English for specific purpose in applying the viewing macro skill. Viewing. Reading, you read, then you write, you speak, and you listen. At the same time, you view. Where can you get the source for viewing? Of course, internet. You view through the internet, even the television. You can even also get viewing through television. The source, the source of the viewing macro skill is the television, even internet.
So you must
Anything that has something to do with the eyes, as long as you can improve by viewing, and you can get what you have viewed. That is the result.
Understanding viewing overview, which is
No, it's different. The overview is just like the overall. That's like a summary. You have to sum up everything. That is only the overview of the content. But the viewing is different from overviewing, because when you say viewing, yeah. Okay.
Example of ESP, sir, we have different ideas
Okay.
in one word.
So you have your own application through the use of ESP.
Yes.
The ESP for you there, maybe the viewing is conclusion because it's about overviewing everything about the macro skills. In fact, viewing is part of the macro skill because there are 5 macro skills in language teaching. Okay. Now the third one. Who is on the third honor rolls list? In the dean's list. Okay, kindly stand up. Jessica. Hurry up, please, Jessica. Where's Jessica?
Okay. Can you explain further about or expand that theory nothing while learnings are not? What do you mean by that?
So it means you are not listening.
I think, excuse me, Raymond. She has the right also to clarify if she cannot understand. Maybe she failed to listen to you.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I responded.
Yeah, that's right. So please repeat that on behalf of the one who has not yet listened to you fully, Raymond. Raymond, it is your job. It is your task to re-explain because she failed to understand of your report.
So I think you didn't. Okay. So because of this your question, so I will answer it. Okay.
Answer it without murmuring, Raymond.
So I discussed it twice, thrice.
Maybe there are other factors why she did not get.
So if you will see,
your explanation.
theory is nothing.
Theory, nothing. What do you mean by that?
That's why he ESP.
Theory, nothing? What is theory?
Theory is nothing.
Okay.
Oh, wait, based on what I researched.
Okay, that's it. Oh, I agree with that. Based on what you have researched.
When
Go.
I report here, that's why I did not read my research. I just read my own opinion.
You should not do that. You should not say, in my opinion, no.
According to
That's it.
according to Hutchinson, okay, give me a because students are also curiosity. Okay. Read it. Okay, good. I don't want. Okay, listen, everybody. Is ESP different to general English? So if we agree with this definition, we begin to see how broad ESP. Correct?
Yeah.
If you will say ESP, very broad. Very broad, bro. Broad.
Even the enunciation can also be different in ASP.
Yeah.
Correct. The accent, yeah, it can change.
It's gonna change the meaning of the word.
Yeah.
Correct, very good. In fact, one may ask, what is the difference between the ESP and general English? Answer this quiet simply. In theory, nothing. In practice, a great deal. When their book was written, of course, the last statement was quite true. At the time, teachers of general English courses, while acknowledging the students had a specific purpose of studying English, would really conduct a needs analysis to find out what was necessary to actually achieve it.
Raymond, what does it mean? Express that in your own words.
Yes, I can express later on.
Okay.
Teachers nowadays, however, are much more aware of the importance of needs analysis, and certainly materials writers think very carefully about the goals and purpose at all the stages of materials production. Perhaps this demonstrates the influence of ESP approach has had on English teaching in general. Clearly, the line between where general English courses stop and ESP courses start has become very indeed. So we have the same. Kaya ba? Okay. So, madam, what does so if you will say theory nothing as a teacher, okay? As a teacher, you will apply something to learn your students what ESP means, right?
Yeah.
But this is not totally good when you use it